Oh, who's calling? Oh, they canceled the Bitcoin ETF. That's okay, we didn't need Wall Street anyway. Jamie, I'm ready. I'll do whatever it takes. Bring Wall Street in, Jamie. Save us. You're our only hope, Jamie Dimon. Welcome everyone to the September 7th edition of What's Happening in Crypto with the Crypto Lark, broadcasting to you from New Zealand and bringing you all of the latest from the crypto world and beyond, thanks to the good folks over at cryptonews.com. Today's top stories, I share the real reason why the Bitcoin crash happened and no one else is talking about this. Wall Street may indeed be saving Bitcoin, and Catalonia is planning a hard fork from Spain. Looking at the prices today, Bitcoin $6,510, only down 4.26% in the last 24 hours, down 6% on the 7-day. Overall, a pretty rough time in the markets. Now, a lot of people are coming out and they're blaming the Goldman Sachs FUD, or they're blaming the Shapeshift FUD, or they're blaming Silk Road, or maybe it's actually a Mt. Gox wallet address. We don't know who that anonymous whale is moving around $800 million worth of Bitcoin. But the real reason, the real FUD going around is this. Samoan Central Bank. I knew it was Samoa. Load the Samoa FUD. Okay, guys, maybe it's not Samoa. This may not be the reason for the big crash yesterday. The other reasons mentioned before might have something to do with it, but nevertheless, this is a continuation in stories of central banks coming out against cryptocurrencies. Over at CNBC, they would like to remind you that if you bought the top of the crypto bubble, here is how much you have lost. The entire crypto market having lost roughly 65% of its value. Many coins having fared worse than others, unsurprisingly. So they took a list of, if you put $1,000 at the peak into any given crypto, they compare 5 of them here, how much would you have lost? Now, ironically, they say that XRP has been the worst bet, down 92% since its high in January. I mean, that's kind of funny. It's not like CNBC had like a tutorial telling people how to buy Ripple at the top, did they?
What you're talking about here is an upgrade of the international financial system. And that's a very big market, so that's why people are very excited about it. So let's go to Poloniex and figure out how do we buy this here.
Oh, CNBC, you make it too easy. Now, CNBC is also reporting, this has been reported across multiple news sources now, Goldman Sachs CFO says that the bank is indeed working on Bitcoin derivative for clients, saying that any news that they will not have a crypto trading desk is indeed fake news. I think a lot of people over-sensationalized the headlines yesterday. When I looked at the headlines, it said, well, we're going to give it a lesser priority due to market situations. And well, yeah, well, it's not surprising necessarily, but it's not to say that we're canceling it. And that was what was reported in a lot of news outlets. Goldman Sachs CFO saying, no, we are continuing to work on Bitcoin, guys. I have to wonder, is this on purpose? Did Goldman Sachs look and go, ooh, emotions are raw in the market. Let's start some FUD, cause a crash, buy some Bitcoin. I would not be surprised at all. Coinbase considers launching a crypto ETF with the help of BlackRock. BlackRock, of course, being the big player when it comes to the ETF game. If this actually gets pulled off, if Coinbase and BlackRock come together to launch a crypto ETF, watch out, crypto markets, because that is super exciting news. Over in Iran, Iran recognizes cryptocurrency mining as an industry. Now, that is important for a few different reasons. Now, Iran is currently, of course, in process of getting their own national cryptocurrency launched, but Iran is actually one of the world's cheapest countries to mine Bitcoin in. If we see a Bitcoin mining industry pop up there, that could be quite significant, putting Iran potentially on the map as a crypto mining player. That has not happened yet, may not happen, but the fact that they are recognizing it as an industry, I think, is an important step forward for them. And on the back of this news, Bitcoin hitting $24,000 in Iran after the government okays crypto mining. Wowzers, that is absolutely crazy to see how in some jurisdictions, we've seen similar situations happening in Zimbabwe before, for example, where there's such a large premium because it's the only way people can get their fiat in is through these local exchanges. That is quite impressive, though. That is around 4 times the market value. Over in Uzbekistan looking to lure crypto exchanges with new tax benefits. We just covered a story about Colombia looking to do this the other day. This is getting to be a more and more common story as many countries want that business to come to them. Now, I think Uzbekistan is going to have a tricky time trying to lure in a lot of crypto business when you have places like Colombia or Bermuda, for example, with nice beaches looking to lure people in. But nevertheless, this is a positive development for Uzbekistan. Bitcoin adoption is getting a massive Lightning Network boost. Now, this story talks about CoinGate adding to all 4,000 of its merchants the Lightning Network. That, of course, moves the Lightning Network one big step forward as more and more people continue to really test run this software to see if it is going to be the solution that we are looking for small payments in the Bitcoin network. A huge step forward. Bahrain minister hails technology, urges adoption. Nice to see, of course, Bahrain pushing that forward. They've really been sidelined up to this point by Dubai, to be honest, because Dubai has really taken all the attention. The United Arab Emirates overall getting very big into crypto. We've seen Sharia compliance laws being passed over there, for example. We've seen Sharia compliant exchanges, lots of blockchain conferences happening in Dubai. Bahrain, a bit of a step behind, so even though it is a step forward, they got a few more steps to go to catch up with their neighbors. Catalan leaders call on Madrid to agree independence referendum. Yes, Catalonia is once again proposing a hard fork from Spain. Now, you might be thinking, Lark, what the heck does this have to do with Bitcoin, and why are you talking about it? Two interesting use cases come to my mind here. Something that might be very, very relevant. We saw in the last independence referendum lots of violence by the Spanish state being carried out against citizens of Catalonia. The EU largely remained silent on this issue, tacitly approving of what the Spanish government was doing against its own citizens. You have to keep in mind, freedom is freedom, and any time that these countries come out basically against freedom, that should be considered. Now, if Catalonia holds a referendum again, blockchain may be interesting. They haven't actually talked about using blockchain, but that could certainly be a poignant case to have this indelible record on the blockchain of who voted, or at least of the number of votes. Maybe you don't want to know who voted, actually. Might be bad. Spanish authorities go around and start rounding people up, but more importantly, if Catalonia does get its independence, if they manage to hard fork from Spain, they're going to be put in an immediate, difficult situation because I can't see a situation in which Spain is going to support that, in which Spain is going to recognize that. And so Catalonia may very quickly find itself cut off from the international financial system, especially if Brussels backs Spain in this and helps financially isolate Catalonia. Bitcoin could be the lifeline for a new country like Catalonia. And I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it certainly gives you that idea of the potential of this technology to get around centralized, outdated systems like nation states based on monarchies, or in other words, Spain. Thanks so much for watching today's episode. Let me know what you think about any of the stories down below in the comment section. Check out over here for more up-to-date news reports. Hit the bell, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up, and share these videos around the internet to help our community grow. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.